Registered dietitian Mary Snell joins us every Thursday. She's got tips today for picking the right bread for your family. Mary, great to see you again.
Wonderful to be here.
So there are traps out there that we should avoid, right?
Yeah.
What traps are we talking about?
Well, I call them bread traps because I think they're a little misleading in terms of just the way they're packaged on the label. So I brought a couple of examples.
Okay.
All righty. We've got a label here that says this bread was made with multi-grain bread, but actually it's not a whole grain bread. And the way to determine that is to pick up the label, look on the ingredient list, and to make sure that the very first ingredient listed says whole grain wheat.
Okay.
So now this one is a whole grain wheat because I've checked the label on that one, but this multi-grain or this other one that says made with whole grain, they are not whole grain bread. So you really have to check the ingredient list.
Now, I would go in and think that something that's dark here would be something that would be good for me, but that's not necessarily
the case. Again, you want to check the label, and this one being even dark is still made with sort of an enriched wheat flour. So it's not a whole grain bread. So you really want to read the label.
Okay, so what bread is good for us? What's the best choice?
Well, the best choice is really just making sure that the first ingredient list is a whole grain bread. And I brought an example of what is a white bread. Now, a lot of people look at this and go, that can't be a whole grain. But about 5-7 years it came to the market, we have a white whole grain product. So this is really something that's attractive to children because they don't like the brown breads. So here's something to look for again. It's a whole grain white bread. Check for the first ingredient listed.
That's how we sneak it by our kids, right?
That's right. That's right. They get the benefits of fiber, but it's really a lighter in color.
And what about these two options
here? These are just some other options again. If you're looking for English muffins or bagels, make sure that, again, that the first ingredient listed is a whole grain flour.
Whole grain flour.
Whole grain flour.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what you're looking for. So you got to be a detective and check the ingredient list.
Mary Snell with Marsh is with us every Thursday here on Eyewitness News. Thanks for keeping us healthy, Mary.